Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will show you how to customize cover screen and main home screen on Galaxy Z Fold 7. Let's begin! And we can begin by probably the most important thing on the phone, customizing both modes. This is something I called inside mode, since this makes it so your phone actually showcases its insides, and this is outside mode, or in other words, the cover mode. Now you will notice that by default we have a very different modes and very different wallpapers. So this is like this basic wallpaper. However, inside, I'm still learning this device, we have a nice custom hills, mountains and whatever. How can we actually change this? Well, if we press and hold our finger and then head into wallpaper and style, we can go to change wallpapers. Now we have a couple of nice featured wallpapers. You will notice that this one has folding. So we have variations, and this will basically play animation whenever you fold this device. But let's be honest, some featured applications are pretty boring, so instead let's go with something generative. As you can see, we can customly create some nice wallpapers via AI. So for example, this is our basic wallpaper we had been having since the beginning of the video. So let's ignore that, let's go with something cooler. I will go with maybe translucent. And as you can see, we can choose a different thing, so we can have a translucent philodendron, or maybe some nice flowers, or like the bees, bee wings. Sure, let's go with bee wings. And this is white. I will leave it. Actually, I will go with indigo, because I want to do a very funny feeling. I'm not exactly sure if I will make it work out, but I want to have this illusion. Okay, this is probably what we want, so let's go with generate. I screwed up. I could have clicked choose. Okay, this looks like an X-ray, which is exactly what I wanted. So we can set it as lock screen or home screen, doesn't really matter. What's important is that this will be only on our normal mode. So now we want to fold our phone. Though I will do a very quick thing, because you will notice that whenever I fold my device, it will actually turn black and white. So let me quickly remove that functionality. Okay, we do not have now a black and white screen. By the way, this was a routine I did in a previous tutorial. If you want to learn more about modes and routines, you can always watch other tutorial on our channel on exactly that topic. Anyway, back to customizing our fold. We can press and hold and go for wallpaper and style just like before. Let's go with change wallpapers. So let's head into generative and let's go with translucent once again. This time let's go with a simple bee wings, but this time let's leave the white and maybe go with gold, or like green or whatever. Or we can go with white, maybe we'll just have a normal, you know what, let's go with green. And we are now looking at we want to have a normal bees, because I really want to try out this feature. So we do have this. It doesn't really. Let's generate one more time. Since I do not have a bee I wanted to have, I want bee facing left, which is almost what I want. So let's try that one last time, since I don't also want to waste a lot of your time. But I really want to show you this cool feature. Obviously, you could also... this is something we can work with. Good. We can set. We can go with set. Let's hit with done. Now, finally, we have a nice feature, because now we have this beautiful bee, and whenever we open our device, we can see the insides of the bee. Like, come on, you have to agree this is cool, right? I guess that you can probably not use AI-generated content. Instead, you can probably use a lot of like custom wallpapers. I imagine myself like having a little human here and having a human skeleton inside. Like, that would be so cool, badass even. Anyway, swiping away and like forgetting about wallpapers, we also have icons. You will notice that we have on our first screen a search bar, weather, widgets, settings, some random things, and here we have Gboard, a little shortcut, and all of that. And you will notice that whenever we close our screen, let's enable our phone, we have exact same layout like we had on my previous one. We can change that. We can do that by, well, we don't really have to unfold it, but I will unfold it just because I love the bee effect. Like, come on, this is so cool. Let's go to the settings. Let's scroll down a little. And we want to head into, I actually forgot when we want to head into home screen. And here we have cover screen mirroring. And you will see that basically you can have a nice animation that displays what it will do. It will use the screen layout on your cover and main screens. So let's disable that. And now we have a whole lot customization to do, because now whatever we do here is completely different. So for example, we can do a bunch of nice shortcuts here. So for example, we can move this enormous Google search bar down. We can like move the store here, we can move this here. We have a lot of different modes here, so we can have like this nice layout. It doesn't really matter. And we can even have more screens here. And whatever we do on the main screen does not get transferred into our normal screen. You will notice that it's just like it was before. So here we can also change different stuff. But I imagine myself using this as a more minimalistic way. So let's try to, for example, remove the widget. You can do that by pressing and holding your finger until a little remove appears. So let's remove it. We can also remove the store. Let's move the settings. And this feels a lot more cleaner now. And whenever we open our device, we have something different. Okay, I know I did said that like we don't want to talk about wallpapers, but I just am in love with this effect. I do think that it's a very cool effect. Anyway, let's now change the theme of our phone, and we can do that by heading into settings. I lost settings. I will add settings back to our main menu. So we can now head to settings, we can scroll down, and we want to go to themes for further customization. Now, you do need to have a Galaxy account for this, so I would strongly advise you to set it up. Let's go with continue, and you will notice that like these do have some nice like things, but they actually cost money, which isn't very cool. So instead, you want to switch from featured to top, and now switch from all to free. And now you will only see free themes. Though I don't want to change a whole theme, because this will change everything, including wallpaper, and I really like my bees wallpaper, so I will simply switch from themes to icons. And now I will do the same thing, so I will only showcase the free icons, and now we can completely customize our icons. So let's go with something like this, which looks, to be honest, very weird, and I pretty like it. Let's go with download. Let's hit apply, and in any moment now we should see a new set of icons inside. As you can see, that's looking pretty cool, especially with a combo with that nice wallpaper. Now I'm going to actually remove the weather icon, because I do think it like wastes the potential. The midday brief can be in the middle, let's say. And also I will remove the Microsoft shortcut from here, so I will remove it, and I will move settings here. Now this looks smooth. And let's actually check out our main screen. And you will notice that we have also different icons on our main screen, and they also work pretty well because they do not have a custom background, so both green mode and my little X-ray mode here works without any issues. And basically that's almost all for this video. There's only one last thing I want to talk about, and this is a shortcut. If we go to our home screen, I believe, or no, sorry, display, we have Taskbar. And Taskbar is a very nice way of you to storing some shortcuts, though it's best seen with a combo of buttons, so I'll switch to buttons. And as you can see now, we have our Taskbar. In the Taskbar, you can basically open some nice things, but by default it's not available. So let's go into some application. And now we can, for example, enable ourselves. And let's put it here. We can have our nice scrolling thing. So I have images of Popcats, because why not? And of course we can add more. So if, for example, we can add a little calling dial or whatever. And you can also customize this taskbar. You can click this these 9 buttons to open any application, or even better, you can move it here. So for example, oh, I failed at doing that, sorry. Let's try to put it here, which doesn't work. I'm kind of surprised. Let's try to remove something. Hey, I was pretty sure that you can add custom things into the taskbar, but it appears that you can't do that. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, because these are the icons, and this is, I have no idea what this is. So that's interesting. I bet that you can customize it somewhere. Okay, let's try to go into the settings, taskbar, show recent or suggested applications. Okay, so this will automatically open recent applications. So as you can see, we can enable it further, or set it only to 2 applications. And I think that's all for this video, at least for some specific Fold 7 customization. Now we even talked about some like wallpapers, which are pretty basic, but once again, if you ever want to also further customize your device, we have other tutorials on our channel on how to do that. But that's about it for now. Yeah, if you found this video useful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.